Hi, welcome to Biz Talk with Zita. I'm Zita Gustin, and today we're going to be talking with Sylvia Taylor with Intentional Work. Sylvia is a global coach for women, and we're going to find out what that means. So welcome, Sylvia.
Thank you, Zita.
So nice to have you here.
It's so great to be here.
Today I want to find out what does that mean, global coach for women?
I call myself a global coach specifically for women because of my background, my experience, and my passion for different cultures. I really have a passion around helping women who are transitioning, whether that's a new role, a new company, or a new culture. And specifically when there are people coming from different cultures to the United States or American women going to have new roles in foreign countries.
Okay, great. And earlier you talked about, when we were discussing this, you talked about expats. Can you talk a little bit about what an expat is?
Sure. I was an expat, and I had no idea what that really meant until I came back to the United States. So an expat is defined as someone who goes to a foreign country to live and work. And that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to immigrate, but they've either been following a spouse, so they're called trailing spouses, or they have been relocated with their company, so an expatriate. And when they go back to their country, they repatriate.
Ah, okay. And this is different from a foreign national how?
It's, I think, another terminology to use. Foreign national could be someone who is coming from China to the United States just to work, and they may be given the opportunity as well to become someone who then immigrates to this country.
Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit about your passion, and let's do that in terms of your clients. So which kind of clients do you prefer to work with, and who resonates best working with you?
I think the people that resonate most with me and that I really enjoy working with and they get the most benefit from me are women specifically who are transitioning into new roles in a foreign culture and or who are high potentials. They've identified themselves as really high performers and they want a lot and they want to get their results quickly. But they're strangers in a strange land and they're a little out of their element, so they need a little bit more help.
You were discussing about passion, and so share with us about the clients and perhaps the passion that you're trying to tap into for them as you help them achieve the results that they're looking for as they transition into whatever new area they're working in.
So oftentimes my clients come to me because they are transitioning in a big way, whether that's a new role in their life, a new role in a company, or a new role into a new culture. They need to help in gaining a new perspective, in tapping into their real talents and their skills. Oftentimes it's adapting those behaviors that they didn't know that they were aware of to really work in the new culture that they're in. So it's also gaining confidence because oftentimes women especially lose themselves when they transition into new roles.
Okay. So what would you say is maybe perhaps the most difficult thing for someone who's coming here from another country and trying to fit into a new culture? What would be the biggest stepping block that you help them overcome?
It really depends on what type of situation they're transitioning in. I have a client who was coming from India and very high potential, really smart, and given a lot of management potential. What they had said was that she didn't really exude any executive material. She didn't know what that was. She knew how to work hard. So we worked on looking at how she really reacted to working with her team members, how she could become more professional, whether it was her speech, whether it was how she worked with people, if she delegated. And with that, she also learned a new perspective on herself and exploring where she was and how she fit in this area.
I've heard you say women that have been recognized as having high potential. Can you describe what that means?
Typically, when someone or company identifies someone as a high potential, it means that they usually go above and beyond just being smart. They're very adaptive. They have a potential to really lead, should they take on a leadership role, even if they aren't asked to. So they're oftentimes people who really, just with a little bit more training and some polish, they become the next leaders of their companies.
Okay, great. And apparently that's where you come in, is to
Yes.
help them reach that position. Okay, so let's talk about your ideal clients then. Out of all of the clients that are out there who are coming to this country or going from this country to another country to work, which ones are going to resonate or make your heart sing, and you help make their heart sing about what they're planning to do?
I'd say, again, it goes back to women who are really ready to take the next step, who are really ready to take on this challenge, and who just need a little extra help, who need to gain perspective, and who are really passionate about what they do. I love working with global team members as well, because teams oftentimes have challenges working with each other, even if they're from the same culture. So when you have someone who's coming from outside back in, there's some wonderful perspectives and learnings that we can all gain about each other's differences and how we can work together.
Okay,